Alfred Schipke is Professor of the Practice of International Finance at the Kuan School of Public Policy in Singapore.
Markets, and I think in general everybody will receive this very, very positively. As you know, China's economy is still under downward pressure. The adjustment is coming from the real estate sector, but also the lack of confidence that exists in the economy. So additional support is needed. In addition to support a fiscal policy, the announcement to loosen monetary policy, I think is very well taken.
Has there been enough done to focus on restoring consumer confidence?
I think to restore consumer confidence requires many levels. This is an important step. I think the other one is to have more information coming out of the Ministry of Finance in terms of the fiscal support that would be provided. But then the third leg is, I call it the three good things: monetary policy, fiscal policy, is structural adjustment. So a little bit more clarity on the kind of reforms that China ultimately wants to implement will be very, very important.
So when the Central Economic Work Conference meets in coming days, that top annual economic policy meeting, what can the markets expect?
Well, I think there is a little bit of uncertainty here because China, of course, currently has its own economic challenges that result from the transition period. But the other component, and we won't know for at least a few more weeks, is what kind of external shock is going to hit China, if at all. And I'm referring to potential tariffs that the Trump administration might impose. So in the absence of that, it will be very difficult to clearly articulate what ultimately the policy mix will be. I think the announcement of the monetary policy part here is actually twofold. One is, of course, to support the economy, the domestic economy now, and to guide the market that more monetary policy might be coming down the road, depending on maybe the outcome of the tariffs that Trump might impose.
So the global economic backdrop is quite uncertain. So let's talk about the 1+10 dialogue taking place with heads of major international economic organizations like the World Bank. What's China hoping to get out of these talks?
Well, I think it is quite interesting that even compared to the past, where it was 1+6, and now you have basically 10 international organizations, including the BIS, for example, that was not part of the discussions before. So China clearly is making an effort to engage constructively with multilateral institutions and to kind of articulate what it would hope comes out of these institutions.